pops up on the big screen in like their equivalent of Times Square, and the fucking Tenacious D song City Hall just starts playing. You're in City Hall. Fucking it up. Oh, the people that's in the streets.
Yes. Wax some knowledge on
Buster Jones he actually came later than Dave Coulier.
Really? I thought he was pretty early.
Because the reason that Arsenio Hall left the show is because his talk show got famous. And his talk show didn't get famous until well after the show was still in development. And that is a common misconception that most people have, that Dave Coulier and Buster Jones came at the same time when they really didn't.
Well, I thought that he came earlier, though, before...
It does seem illogical that they would come at the same time, because I know they got Dave because he sounds kind of like Bill Murray, but you can't so much tell the difference between Buster and Arsenio.
Well, that's not...
It's not like they'd fire Arsenio because he doesn't sound like Ernie, because nobody cares.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not even the thing. It's like...
Ernie was probably just like, meh.
Yeah, Ernie was at the original audition and didn't get the job. That must, suck to be him.
If I was him, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
I can't get the voice job for the character I played.
That shows what a nice guy Ernie really is, that he didn't make any waves about that.
No, Ernie's a lovely fucking human being, man, because he showed up to accept that proton pack that those guys gave him, and they're just not all like... And he's just not all like, man... You dudes have a lot of free time on your hands here. Because not only did they give him it wasn't just that they're all like, here's a proton pack for you. It was in a case, it had a plaque, and it had high-res quality pictures.
Like, if I was Ernie, I'd be in the same position. Like, I don't know how Bill feels, to him it was just another movie because he's already famous. But Ernie, he doesn't have so much of a career.
Ernie has a decent career, but he doesn't have Bill Murray's career.
No, exactly. Like,
his most prolific thing was either Hand That Rocks the Cradle or The Crow. Where did Yeti go?
He went to the
bathroom.
I think
I gotta piss, so that better come to a short conclusion.
I don't know. I thought I heard him go into the bedroom. So he's probably talking dribble to his girlfriend.
There's a light coming out of the bathroom. I will be your scout. All yours.
I gotta get him in here. What the fuck is the point of...
I'm
I don't know that he has so many knowledgeable insights about Ghostbusters anyway.
Well, still, but,
Well, I mean...
He is a part of the group, and it can't just be me and you blathering our nerd knowledge for fucking...
Yeah, that's true. It does kind of become...
Sure it could.
A nerd I may not be, but, you need him for every few seconds to be all like
It does
Jello.
kind of become, what's his name,
Jello.
Lipton in the actor's
James
studio.
Lipton.
Yes, me and you are like James Lipton, and then he is like whatever actor happens to be there.
He was the beautiful, magnificent, the greatest thing to ever...
The parody, he's Drew Barrymore. Setting monkeys on fire, or whatever the...
It was sublime.
Scrumulescent.
A knife maker.
I like this. The ghost of Houdini escapes the traps repeatedly. How do traps work? Because the proton beam makes sense. Protons attract electrons and it sticks. But the trap isn't protons.
Well, no, you see, that's the thing. The trap is a small containment unit, only working on a smaller electrical field.
Well, the containment unit works by being electrical. Electrons.
The laser grid and all that, but that's
the ghost
trap
flies to the wall and can't pass through.
You brought this up earlier. It's like the ghost flies to the wall and can't get through. That's actually a trap. Only the trap doesn't last forever, like the fucking...
Yeah, but how does the suction part work when they pull it in?
When they pull the trap from the containment unit?
No, when they open a trap and it sucks the ghost in.
It's a stronger pull than what the... Well, it's actually not a stronger pull because they actually, in the movie, they say turn your fucking proton guns off before the trap goes. So it's not a stronger pull, it just happens to be enough pull to get the thing down and into the box.
So it is protons.
Yeah.
Because there's no orange.
It all works on the same basic principle except for the fact that it's not actually streams you're firing to move the thing into position so you can get it into the trap.
Well, because I've heard most people say the orange is protons and the blue is neutrons that control the...
Yeah, but that's two different... It's like, it's set up in two different ways. Like, it's... In the traps and containment unit, it's specifically gridded out to be...
It's like
to do something specific.
Beams that are negatively charged so ghosts can't go through.
Here's the way I figured it, man, when I was like, before I ever met you fuckers, and I was thinking about this thing entirely too much. The little blue lightning bolt that kind of goes around the stream, that's to contain that stream to keep it from just being all like...
From being like a trap and then just like...
The main stream actually catches the ghost. The blue stream is just there to make sure that that beam doesn't like blow up a house.
Yeah, but like I've heard people say that the blue part, which controls the orange part, is neutrons, no charge at all. Like the orange is the actual proton particles, and there's no orange coming out of a trap.
Do you see
throw all this out of the window and EGB where it's green and purple?
But
I think it's just that the energy is just converted into a different whatever. You know, it's more structured, so it would...
I feel as though the color of the beam should say something about what the beam is made of.
I don't know.
He wasn't doing anything in there but just like laying on the bed.
He's that high.
I thought that you caught him beating off.
You see, no. God, oh God. I would have threw up.
We would have known exactly what happened from it.
Or me being all like, hey Eddie, you can come do the show.
Oh man.
You need to join us because we're having an intelligent discussion and we need Eddie for that. I can't finish that sentence without laughing.
For a second I thought it was like in his room crying because he's all like, you guys think I'm dumb.
This guy in the episode, this guy that finds the cabinet.
Wait.
Wait, he was... I felt like, for a second, I thought Yeti was laying in his room being all like, you guys think I'm dumb. And apparently that was the case. Well, you stop it. You're a member of the group, too.
You have things to say, and we want to hear them.
I couldn't help myself.
But I want to tell a joke about the guy in this episode. It's the Cabinet of Calamari. When Peter goes into the cabinet, he meets this guy who's presumably been in there for years, who acts as though he's only been there a day, like he's completely normal and everything.
He's all like, do you have 10 cents for the phone? And they're like, it's a quarter now. And he's like, fuck me.
Like,
A quarter? Getty is blown away by our intellectual conversation.
when I was sober and I watched this episode, the thing about the guy who was stuck in the cabinet that struck me weird, I think, was that he acted so nonchalant about being stuck in the cabinet. Like, he's not a Ghostbuster. He doesn't know, like, that Supernatural is weird. Like, he's just this guy. And he volunteered for a magic trick, and now he's in, like, an M.C. Escher painting. And he acts like...
Going upstairs and going upstairs.
He acts like everything's completely normal.
I have one answer for that, sir.
Wizard did it.
New Yorkers. New Yorkers are apparently, now this isn't by any first-hand experience, but New Yorkers are apparently so jaded to the world that they can cope with anything. And there you go.